Coming up on the channel today, I'm going to talk to you about what some people view as sacrilege, and it's 5 things that I think are great about streaming music. Coming right up. Hey, it's Russ from the Infectious Groove podcast and here on YouTube. And this channel that you're watching right now was started as a vinyl YouTube channel. Over the course of time, I actually sold off my own personal collection. I've nothing against vinyl. I think vinyl records are absolutely fantastic. I also continue to be an album guy. I love even streaming music. I try as much as possible to listen to not only albums straight through, but in the order that the track list was originally released. So hopefully nobody takes this video the wrong way. This is just kind of things from a person who was absolutely drug kicking and screaming into the streaming world. The 5 things that I love the most about streaming music. The number one thing for me, right off the bat, is trying new artists and songs. Like whether you're for or against algorithms and things being pushed your way, I personally don't think it could ever hurt for, if you're listening to an album and it ends, for the service to automatically play something it thinks you'll like. Worst case scenario, 30 seconds into the song, you're like, swing and a miss, streaming service, and then you can put on something that you like. But I can tell you several times that I've listened to something and then had the album end and the service just picks something else it thinks I'll like, and I end up liking the new artist, or even the thing where they do the new artist Fridays and new music Fridays, and albums I forgot were coming out, or artists I haven't heard of that are similar to artists I listen to. I love that. So for me, that's the first thing. Number 2 is it's super easy to share music and artists and albums with friends and family. I am the guy that for years burned CDs for everybody I knew. I made mixtapes for everybody that I knew. And while I have no problem with the time and energy that I put into those things, I totally understand how it's so much easier now to just send someone a link or say, hey, go to YouTube and look this up, or go to Spotify and look this up. It's just a lot easier to instantly share your passion for music with other people. The next one is that now there are varying levels of audio quality. That's one of the big reasons why I had to be drug kicking and screaming into streaming. I do not have any interest in hearing low quality audio. And not only are there very many high quality audio options today, it's getting better and better by the week, by the month. Almost every time you go search streaming audio quality on the internet, you'll find a story about how somebody has figured out a way to get an even higher bandwidth onto streaming services. Now, I know that might not be a big point for everybody. Some people might put music on and not really care about the bit rate or the depth of the music. But I would venture to say that if you are subscribed to this channel or have seen more than a couple of our videos, you probably are interested enough in music to want the highest quality possible. And I like that we're getting that more and more all the time. We're getting better and better streaming quality, which is great. One thing that I used to be a big deal on was having to immediately hear a song. If I was in public and got a song stuck in my head, or just really had an artist on my mind, again, I used to have to make a mixtape or make a CD, a mixed CD of that artist and everything. Now, if I'm driving down the road and Duran Duran crosses my mind and I got to hear a specific Duran Duran song right now, or a bunch of Duran Duran, click, 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 done. And I'm on a rabbit hole of that band. And it goes for any artist or song. And not just for your typical streaming services like Spotify or Tidal or whatever, but like if I'm driving along and I remember that there was a killer version of Sweet Emotion from this Aerosmith tour that I heard once upon a time, I could probably find it on YouTube quickly, which is excellent and a great resource to have. The last one is kind of, again, this is for me personally, but it ends up being a reason why I love streaming now, is you can have tons of music anywhere. I totally used to be that guy who had those big, huge Case Logic CD cases. If you're a regular viewer of the channel, you probably had one at some point. And I would keep in my vehicle thousands of CDs because at the time, who knows, you're going camping, you're going to another city, you're going on a road trip. I had to have access to all of that music as quickly as possible. Even going out, like I say, camping and whatnot, it's not a thing you usually make room for, is a ton of CDs like that. Or even going to another city, if we went to Southern California or Las Vegas or down to Orlando or something, I would try and burn as much variety of music as I could. And now, as long as you have a signal, and you don't even need a signal, really, you can pre-download a bunch of stuff from streaming services. You could go out in the middle of nowhere, into the woods or whatever, and still have your favorite songs with you. So for me, for a person who was very opposed to the entirety of the idea of streaming, to have not only joined the fray, but very much have things that I love about streaming now, it was big steps forward for me. So I'd be interested in hearing from you. If you're watching this video, what are some things that are still detractors for you, or what are some things that maybe have been a pleasant surprise for you, like they were for me? Make sure to leave a comment below. If you drop a like on the video, that helps the channel grow as well. If this is your first time with us, hit subscribe, because we have 3 new videos every single week. And as we always say, thank you so much for watching.